Welcome to Families in Action, brought to you on our hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. I'm Bob Sherritts, along with our host, Cary Quashen. How's it going, Cary?
It's going good, Bob. I actually had a really great weekend.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
You know what happened?
What?
It's
What? No, I don't.
It's terrible.
I don't know what happened. What happened?
I had all these people emailing me this morning that they can't get a hold of me, that my phone was full, and that they've been calling me from the ER and from everything, and I didn't get one message.
You had no idea.
So somehow my phone just wouldn't take any phone calls since yesterday afternoon.
Yeah.
So this morning I had to deal with it all. I was trying to figure out, why is Sunday night and Sunday so mellow?
You should do that a couple of times. Hey, you should do that a couple of times a year anyway, just for
I felt
just for
so
a break.
bad. But yeah, no, I don't know about you, but I just kind of hung out and went to a movie, and then I took my kid and we went shooting yesterday. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, a lot of fun stuff.
Yeah, we did a beach trip this weekend, so it was, it was cool. It was nice down there. It wasn't too hot.
No.
It was a little overcast.
We're gonna have a wicked summer.
Here comes our heat wave, right?
You all better be careful, because when the heat rises, tempers do too. So everybody
absolutely,
people
get a little irate.
I was at the sheriff's station doing something one day, and Channel 7 News was there, and I know them, right?
Right.
And he screams over me. He says, "Get over here, Cary!" And I went, "What?" And he put me on the news to say just what I said.
Right.
He said, "Say that."
Yeah, temperatures are
people
rising.
saw me on the news saying as a weatherman. It was hysterical.
Yeah, very cool. Well, I tell you what, Cary, I'm real excited about. I'm sure these guys we have in studio are probably more excited than I am about this is the last week of school in the Hart District.
Wait, you didn't tell them?
Oh, we're extending it through the summer.
Academy?
They're the extended.
No, we don't take off for the summer.
Oh, you guys didn't hear? Oh, we thought we told you at the beginning, right? So we have in studio with us today 3 awesome kids from the Action Academy, and so this is the last week of school. We wanted to bring them on to talk about the changes that have taken place in their lives throughout the year.
Right.
How they came into our Action Academy sober school.
I thought we were just going to kind of push them around.
We are. We're just going to mess with them the whole
Kyle
studio.
Right?
Right?
There you go. Yeah, I like that. You're lucky. There you go. He thought he got away with it.
I tell you what, we're going to be doing. We're going to be talking about this certainly over the next couple of weeks, Cary. But something that I think we should touch base on before we take this first break is, any parents that are out there listening, there are some tips for the summertime, because what happens is we get to the end of the school year as parents, and everyone's like, woo, like party.
30
right?
years I've been dealing with this, and 30 years it hasn't changed.
Right.
Same thing happens every year.
It's almost like as parents we have this idea that because there's no school, we don't have to have all the structure and everything in our kids' lives. And it's kind of a free-for-all that goes on during the summer with a lot of teenagers especially, and they get themselves in trouble.
Well, I want to talk a little bit more about that, but first I want to say that Families in Action is brought to you by your local hometown station, AM 1220, which we so much appreciate. We've been on the air almost 12 years, and that's very exciting. So we appreciate that. If you want it, if you missed this show, you can always go back to the
hometownstation.com,
and you can download it, or you can watch it. Time Warner, I know, or you can check your other local stations. But Time Warner, it's on every Monday at 4 p.m. on TV, so you can watch that. And also, it's brought to you by Action Family Counseling, which I'll let Bob talk about. Action
Family Counseling is rehabilitation centers for both adolescents and adults. We serve a population of 12 years old and up in residential settings and in intensive outpatient settings. And we have sites all over Southern California, but our home base is here in Santa Clarita. Mm-hmm. And Families in Action is also brought to you by the nonprofit Action Family Foundation. Action Family Foundation is, again, a nonprofit organization that puts on many, many different free services inside of the Santa Clarita Valley and elsewhere. And the main staple of the foundation is the Action Parenting Support Program, which meets every Tuesday night at Canyon High School in the AA building. It is open to the public. Anybody is welcome, but it is designed for parents and teens that need some help in different areas. It's certainly not exclusive to drug and alcohol issues.
No, people think that Action is, and they're right. Action Family Counseling is a drug and alcohol treatment program. Action Family Foundation is not. Action Parenting's program is not. We deal with alcohol and drugs, but we also deal with all other issues.
Right.
Self-esteem, school problems, family issues. I mean, you name it, we deal with it over there. So whatever's going on with your child, Tuesday nights is a great parent support group for you, and we have trained certified counselors that work with your children, so you should absolutely show up. And I'm there, so come hang out with me. It would be good. We're going to take a break, but before we do that, we got this great show. We're going to talk about the summer.
Right.
And some of that we're going to talk to the Action Academy kids that are they're really successes right now. So if you want to participate, you can call 661-298-5487 and go live with us. Again, it's 661-298-5487. And if you want to say something to these kids, please do so. I mean, I don't know about you, Bob, but yeah, I do. We're both proud of these guys.
I'm very, very proud of these guys. Yeah,
I couldn't
absolutely.
be more. So,
That's
hey,
right.
this is Families in Action on your hometown station, AM 1220. KHTS will be right back. Welcome back to Families in Action on your local hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. I'm Cary Quashen along with Bob, my co-host. And we're gonna get to our friends in a minute, but I do want to say something first. It's summertime coming. And I've been doing this now for over 30 years, and here's the problem I have. An average family in this country, and probably in any country, especially with social media and all that craziness, spends between, guess how much time with their teenagers today? About between 2 and 10 minutes a day. And here's how it goes in most homes. Kid wakes up, goes to school, comes home. Who's waiting? If mom and dad are even living together, they're probably both at work. So when I ask that question, everybody says nobody, and that's so far from true. Everybody's waiting for them, if it's in person or they're on social media. True?
That is correct. Yeah.
So we come home. How was your day? It was good. How was school? It was cool. Do you have any homework? I done it. Are you hungry? I ate. And the kids go right back to their room. Am I right?
Yeah.
Pretty close? So what is the last thing? I'm going to ask you guys a question before I introduce you. What is the last thing you do before you go to sleep? The last thing.
Look at she holds up her phone.
Anyone? Yeah.
She holds up her phone.
No, give him the mic. Give her the mic. What is the last thing you do before you go to sleep? You check
I go on my phone.
You do on your phone, and
If anything, I actually just stay on my phone all night.
so you really. So the last thing
We may not even be going to sleep. That's right.
The last thing you remember is your phone.
Yep.
So you're talking with your friends.
Yes.
What is the first thing you all do when you wake up in the morning before you even use the bathroom?
Check your phone.
So am I right?
Yep.
So here's the problem. So, and families, parents, please listen to this. You got them for 2 minutes. They got their friends now 16 plus hours a day minimum. True?
24/7.
So we want to talk peer pressure and stuff like that. People want to know why things are such a mess. It's pretty clear. There is no real family involvement anymore in children's lives. Really? True?
Well, and a lot of kids these days.
And I'm not blaming anyone, Bob. I'm just saying.
A lot of kids these days, the only break that they get from that social media and from all that internet stuff is when they're at school, in the classroom. Because a lot of classrooms don't.
No, you guys. Well, wait a minute. Do you guys use your phones in the classrooms?
Yeah, I use it all the time.
So the only real time.
Not at the academy.
Oh, okay. The only
Okay.
real time you have away from social media is when you're what?
Sleeping.
And then you're dreaming about it.
Yep.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
So-
So the little bit of structure that they do have with school now at the end of this week in the Heart District goes away. Goes away for the next 3 months?
Yeah. And already we don't see much about what's going on with our children as parents. And I have a 17-year-old, so I mean it's the same there. You don't see much because they're at school or they're whatever. Now all of a sudden, school's gone. So any of the stuff that would have happened that we might have heard about, they missed a day, something happened, we're not even going to know now.
Right.
So things get really strange. And what's scary is our rehabs, our groups, which are very swollen right now. Kyle's there. There's like 100 people, huh?
Yeah.
But all that's going to start getting smaller because crises aren't happening. But really, crises are happening. We're just not seeing them.
Right. We're not seeing our kids every day. The behaviors don't stop. We're just, they're not in the school.
Well, yeah,
every
we're
day.
not getting called from schools.
So what happens 2 weeks after school starts?
Everything
by the middle of September, right?
Everything explodes again. 30 years this has been going on.
Right.
The kids, especially the kids programs, everybody comes running to group. There's crises all over the place. The kids that have been smoking pot and whatever it is that they're doing, they're not able to function correctly in school. All kinds of headaches. So our message to you guys is what, Bob?
Well, mom and dad, pay attention.
Yeah.
Pay attention during the summer. You know, if a kid is into any of the bad behaviors that we deal with, and especially, and maybe not especially,
And
but drug and-
it don't have to just be
Doesn't
drugs.
have to be drug
It could
and
just
alcohol.
be
Yeah.
friends and self-esteem and boyfriends and
Right.
girlfriends and issues.
that stuff does not stop just because it's summertime. So pay attention to your kids during the summer. You know,
Yeah.
spend a lot of time with them. Take some vacations. Spend some family time. Do as much as you can to keep your summertime structured with your teenagers, and they will appreciate it. Believe me.
And there's 3 categories of children. Ask yourself which one yours is. This is very important, and I'll explain why. Category number 1, no matter what kind of a parent you are, your kid's high risk. They're going to do stuff, get themselves in mischief, and that's just, you just have to mind them the best you can, and that's the way it goes. That's the minority.
Yeah, very small.
Yeah.
Very small percentage.
Very small. Even though you feel you might have one, you probably don't. The next category is no matter what kind of a parent you are, how much you're around, they're level-headed kids. They're going to go to school, do well, stay away from all that bad stuff, and that's just the way it is.
Right.
The next group of category is the largest.
Big. The major percentage of kids falls in this category.
And this is the most frightening part of it. They're called fence sitters.
Yeah.
They're going to do what everyone around them do. If peer pressure finds them into drugs, that's where they're going to end up. If it's ditching school, that's where they're going to end up. If they're spending a lot of family time, they're not going to do that.
Right.
But again, what we said in the beginning of the show, that parents spend between 2 and 10 minutes with their kids. Those are the kids that are getting themselves in too much mischief, that we can stop that just by having a lot more parent involvement. So parents, pay attention. You got to spend time with your kids. You got to talk to them. You got to check in with them. You got to know what's going on. You got to wait up for them at night. You got to do all that kinds of stuff.
That's right. So on that note, when we come back, we want to hear from our kids that we have in studio with us today. This is Families in Action, brought to you on your hometown station, AM 1220, KHTS.